All right, today we are diving into a truly revolutionary idea in AI. We're going to talk about how to solve one of its biggest, most frustrating problems, its absolutely terrible long-term memory. You've been there, right? You feed an AI a super long document, or maybe you give it a complex, multi-step command, and somewhere along the line, it just completely forgets what it was supposed to be doing. You know, key details just vanish, and the final output is, well, a total mess. This is a massive limitation holding AI back. Well, believe it or not, this incredibly frustrating problem has a name: context rot. It means that as you give the AI a longer prompt or a more complex task, its performance doesn't just level off, it actually gets worse. Even the most powerful models out there start to fall apart as they're forced to juggle more and more information at the same time. So, why does this happen? You might think, just give it a bigger memory, a bigger context window. But it's not that simple. The problem is baked right into the fundamental way these models are designed to read and process information. Let's dig into what's really going on with the current transformer model. Okay, so it really boils down to three main culprits. First, you've got attention dilution. Just imagine you're trying to listen to 10 different conversations at once. You're going to miss stuff, right? That's what happens to the AI. Second is positional encoding degradation, which is a fancy way of saying the model loses track of how the beginning of a document connects to the end. And finally, and this one is a real killer, error propagation. One tiny mistake early on can snowball and just completely derail the entire process. And all the current fixes, things like RAG or summarization, they're just band-aids. They don't fix the core issue. The AI is still just a passive reader. But what if we've been thinking about this all wrong? What if the problem isn't the AI's memory, but the way we're asking it to use its memory? Well, a really disruptive new idea from some MIT researchers completely flips the script on this. And here it is. This is the core, game-changing insight behind what are called Recursive Language Models, or RLMs. The idea is, instead of force-feeding the AI a giant wall of text, you turn that text into an interactive environment. You know, a space the AI can actively explore, poke at, and ask questions of, almost like a programmer working with a live database. This is a massive paradigm shift. Think about it. A traditional AI is like a student trying to cram an entire textbook the night before an exam. It's just doomed to fail. An RLM, on the other hand, is like a seasoned researcher in a library. It doesn't try to memorize everything. Instead, it knows how to look up specific chapters, how to take notes, and, crucially, how to ask specialist assistants for help on the really hard parts. It transforms the AI from a passive reader into an active programmer. So how does this AI programmer actually work in practice? This is where it gets really, really cool. The process itself is surprisingly elegant. The whole setup has three main components. First, you've got the root model. Think of it as the project manager. It gets your question, but, and this is the important part, it does not get the massive document. That document gets loaded into part two, the REPL environment. This is basically a secure, sandboxed workspace where the AI can run little bits of code. And finally, you have submodels, which are like expert assistants that the main project manager can call on for very specific tasks. So instead of trying to read millions of words all at once, the root model's first move is to act like a smart programmer. It writes a super simple line of code to just take a peek at the first few hundred words. This lets it get a feel for the data's structure without overwhelming its own attention. It keeps its own short-term memory clean and focused on your actual goal. And this is the recursive magic. As soon as the root model finds a specific, tricky subproblem, it doesn't try to solve it itself. Nope. It intelligently packages up only the tiny, relevant slice of data, and then it calls a fresh submodel to solve just that one little piece. The submodel does its job, sends back a clean, simple answer, and the root model uses that to build up the final solution. It's brilliant. Now, this whole process might sound a bit more complex, but the results are absolutely staggering. By working smarter, not harder, RLMs don't just fix context rot, they unlock a whole new level of performance. I mean, just look at the sheer scale of this improvement. On a really tough reasoning task, the base model just completely fails. We're talking a score of pretty much 0. But the RLM version, using the exact same underlying model, scores a 58% success rate. It's not just a little bit better, it's playing a completely different sport. And what's crucial here is that this method just shatters the old context window limit. Researchers have shown that RLMs can handle inputs with over 10 million tokens. That's 100 times more than what most standard models can even fit in their memory, all while keeping performance stable. It's incredible. So when you put them side by side, the advantages are just crystal clear. RLMs can handle way more data, they perform better on really hard tasks, and, get this, they can actually be cheaper to run. Because instead of wasting computer power reading and rereading a massive file, they only call in the heavy-duty model for the small, relevant chunks. Look, this isn't just some clever technical hack. This really feels like a fundamental step toward a new generation of AI. So let's talk about what this kind of powerful, reliable reasoning actually unlocks in the real world. We're talking about an AI that can analyze an entire software codebase to find bugs, not just a single file. An AI that can act like a tireless research assistant, reading and making sense of thousands of scientific papers. Or an AI that can tackle university-level math problems by creating its own step-by-step proofs and then checking its own work. These are things that were just pipe dreams before. Of course, it's not perfect yet. There are still challenges to solve, like the code it generates can be a bit fragile. But the path forward is so clear. We're moving away from today's brittle, handheld systems towards a future of truly agentic AI. AI that can plan, execute, and even improve itself over really long, complex tasks. So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. The next giant leap in AI isn't going to come from just making the model's short-term memory bigger. It's going to come from giving it a powerful, scalable working memory system. A way for it to actually think, plan, and reason about information without getting lost. And that really leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought. If we solve AI's memory problem, if it can finally reason without forgetting, what kind of complex, world-changing problems, the ones we once thought were impossible for any machine, will it solve next?